Continues between Dalton's mayor and the village's board of trustees after multiple members did not attend tonight's monthly meeting.
Just pay attention to who bring all the drama to your community. Where all the hecklers that's normally in the crowd, they're not here today. Where everybody that got something to say when everybody up here talking, giving their opinion.
I'm not going to stop until she's behind bars.
The Tiffany Henyard saga is spiraling out of control, and it's clear that people won't rest until she's behind bars. You might be wondering why she's not in jail already, but trust me, there's plenty of drama, shady deals, and secrets that are coming to light, and it's all taking a shocking turn. Her own lawyer has just dropped a bombshell in a heated board meeting, and let me tell you, it's a game changer. This wasn't just any meeting, it was explosive. Her trusted legal advisor flipped the script, revealing jaw-dropping information that could be the final blow to her reign. Now that the truth is out, the big question remains: why is she still walking free? Let's break down this outrageous situation and watch as everything starts to unravel for the so-called super mayor.
Jumping ship, I never was on the ship, the jumping ship. Always been.
Dramatic meeting in Dalton leads to even more controversy, this time over a new hire.
Not only did Mayor Tiffany Henyard make the hire without consent from the board, we're learning tonight.
It's become crystal clear that Tiffany Henyard has enlisted two high-profile criminal defense attorneys, both of whom have handled some of the most notorious cases in the country. While hiring such well-known lawyers might seem like a standard move for anyone facing serious legal trouble, many are questioning why she needs such heavy hitters if she maintains her innocence. One of Henyard's chosen attorneys, who previously defended R. Kelly's former manager amid serious allegations, stated that the case is far more complicated than it appears on the surface. This attorney, Renly, has a history of controversial legal strategies. He managed to acquit his client, but his methods have faced widespread criticism. Accusations against Renly include witness coaching, evidence tampering, and bribing officials, tactics that have left many questioning the ethics behind his successes. Renly's past caught up with him in 2015, when he faced 21 charges related to conspiracy and obstruction of justice, linked to 6 federal cases in which he'd served as the defense. Despite a prolonged legal battle, the case raised doubts about his tactics and credibility. On top of that, former clients have accused him of fraud, claiming they paid for his services but received little in return. When Henyard brought these two defense lawyers to a public meeting, things took an unexpected turn. Rather than addressing the pressing issues at hand, the lawyers launched into a full-on defense of Henyard, making some bold and often incorrect claims. Renly painted Henyard as the victim and tried to shift the blame onto others in the village. He claimed that the trustees didn't have the authority to call meetings, but the truth is the Open Meetings Act only requires a 10-day notice if a public body is changing the schedule of regular meetings, nothing about canceling a special one. Renly also made a contentious claim about the village board's involvement in Henyard's appointment of Keith Freeman as village administrator. However, video evidence showed that the board had never approved Freeman's appointment, yet Henyard proceeded anyway. Furthermore, Henyard misrepresented Jason House's power to sign checks, even though the Cook County Circuit Court and village rules gave him that authority. Instead of focusing on the actual issues and defending Henyard against the mounting accusations, Renly and his colleagues seemed more interested in assigning blame without backing up their claims. It raised serious questions about whether Henyard's legal team is really up to the task of defending her. Last week, Henyard skipped a key meeting, but the trustees continued on without her. They gathered at the Dalton Fieldhouse to discuss the village's financial future. Stanley Brown, a board member who had once been a Henyard ally, made a notable appearance. Brown's decision to attend came just a week after Henyard had attempted to hold an unofficial meeting, appointing a new village attorney and administrator without the board's approval. Trustee Jason House dismissed her meeting as invalid, confirming that those appointments weren't authorized by the board. As legal pressure builds and public criticism intensifies, the trustees are pushing forward without Henyard. While her defense team scrambles to protect her, the town of Dalton is left picking up the pieces of a governance crisis that doesn't seem to have an end in sight. People are asking whether Henyard's time in office is coming to a close, as the questions surrounding her leadership continue to grow, leaving her with fewer answers and less support.
Scheduled Board of Trustees meeting was canceled because there weren't enough trustees present. But Mayor Tiffany Henyard still showed up and appointed a new village administrator and a new village.
As the village trustees try to manage the financial crisis facing Dolphin, Tiffany Henyard, the mayor, has been at the heart of several scandals that have escalated in recent months. These controversies, ranging from financial mismanagement to serious accusations of personal misconduct, have drawn widespread attention from both political analysts and the local residents. The growing scrutiny of her actions and her legal defense is raising doubts about her ability to continue leading the community. At a recent trustee meeting, several key issues were discussed, including the village's financial struggles and the possibility of layoffs. Trustee Jason House proposed another round of layoffs if necessary, as the town grapples with its financial woes. A key topic at the meeting was a dispute with the village bank, which issued a 60-day notice due to discrepancies in signatures. This issue arose when Henyard allegedly refused to sign multiple checks amounting to millions of dollars. In response to these financial concerns, the trustees temporarily suspended reimbursements for travel and meals for both elected officials and village employees. Beyond financial issues, local dissatisfaction with Henyard's leadership continues to mount, with many calling for her removal. During the meeting, while trustees worked to approve important decisions like changing check signing requirements, issuing 18 company licenses that had been stalled under Henyard's administration, and enacting a temporary ban on travel and food reimbursements, Henyard's absence was notably felt. It was also pointed out that some of the village's most pressing challenges were left unaddressed by Henyard herself. One of the most glaring problems under Henyard's administration is the village's financial mismanagement. While she has publicly acknowledged a $2 million budget gap, many trustees believe the actual deficit is much larger. Henyard has faced accusations of mismanaging public funds, resulting in a substantial deficit and widespread distrust in her leadership. Her refusal to disclose spending details has further raised concerns, especially in light of the state's transparency regulations. In addition to the deficit, Henyard's extravagant spending habits have only worsened the village's financial issues. Between July and November 2023, Henyard and her team racked up tens of thousands of dollars in public funds on lavish purchases, including high-end meals, personal shopping sprees, and luxury flights. A trip to Austin, Texas for 5 days, which cost taxpayers more than $220,000 and raised particular outrage. This included stays in expensive hotels, upscale restaurants, and even purchases of athletic wear. These expenses have left many residents questioning Henyard's ability to handle public finances effectively. Adding to the controversy, Henyard has been criticized for her failure to address local business concerns. For example, Lawrence Gardner's trucking business was shut down after being accused of selling alcohol without a license, despite Gardner winning a court case in his favor. Gardner believes he was unfairly targeted, especially considering that local business owners were reportedly asked to contribute $3,500 into the village shortly after Henyard took office. At a recent board meeting, Henyard defended herself, portraying herself as the victim of a politically motivated smear campaign. She minimized the severity of the village's financial crisis and downplayed the deficit, continuing to assert that the accusations against her were politically driven. Meanwhile, the trustees and residents have grown more frustrated with her leadership, especially in light of her decision to spend $85,000 and on a party for the Taste of Thornton Township event. Despite ongoing budget cuts, Henyard pushed for the event, which featured performances by R&B singer Keisha Cole and rapper Jay Holiday, costing $50,000 and alone. Many questioned the need for such extravagant spending during a time of financial instability. The public outrage only grew when it was revealed that Henyard's administration had charged over $67,000 into township credit cards for out-of-town travel between January and May 2023. This included trips to cities like New York, Atlanta, and Portland, further fueling the criticism of her handling of taxpayer dollars. Henyard's inner circle has also faced scrutiny. One of her top aides, Keith Freeman, is currently under federal investigation for bankruptcy fraud. Freeman has frequently defended Henyard and played a central role in managing sensitive matters on her behalf. His involvement in ongoing scandals only adds to the perception of corruption within the administration. As the legal issues mount, Henyard's administration is also embroiled in a civil lawsuit involving accusations of sexual assault that occurred during a work trip to Las Vegas in 2024. The lawsuit, filed by a former assistant, claims that a trustee assaulted her after she was drugged during a dinner. Additionally, Officer Byron Miles, a member of Henyard's $1 million security team, filed a separate complaint, further complicating the situation. Despite the growing number of legal challenges and public outcry, Henyard has continued to defend her actions. She claims that the attacks against her are part of a political vendetta, and she has enlisted high-profile attorney Bo Brindley, known for defending R. Kelly's manager, to represent her. Brindley's controversial legal strategies and prior involvement in cases of fraud and witness tampering have only added to the firestorm surrounding Henyard's administration. With mounting opposition and increasing pressure on her leadership, many residents of Dalton are calling for Henyard to be removed from office. The village trustees have begun taking steps to limit her authority, and the ongoing legal battles will likely only intensify the scrutiny on her administration. As the situation continues to unfold, questions remain about whether Henyard's tenure as mayor will come to an end, and if so, what the future holds for Dalton. What do you think about Henyard's conduct and the issues surrounding her administration? Do you believe her time as mayor is drawing to a close? Leave a comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on this ongoing story.